The story starts with a boy and a girl walking in the hallway of the school, where every other school's students say that they both are always look cool, and they make a very cute couple. Then we see the boy and the girl, and they are student council members. The girl's name is Suzune Yukami, and she is the student council president. The boy's name is Kazuki Ryusen, and he is the vice president of the student council. Kazuki says to Suzune that he has gathered the documents to make a compelling argument. In the world, there are always some who are always the center of attention for all the people. Then we have a normal, typical high school student whose name is Ken Yuzato, and he is going to be the main lead of this story. He tells that he is opposite from other people who always get attention since he never got any attention and he is forgettable. Even when a normal thing happens in front of him, it makes him excited. When he was returning to the classroom, he sees a bird's nest and helps them to make their shelter, saying to them to grow big and become strong. But in the end, he always hopes that at least for one person, he will be extraordinary. The scene changes, and we see Yuzato has forgotten his umbrella, and he waited there, hoping the rain would stop. But suddenly, the rain increases, and he thinks that he will have to wait more before going home. Then a girl comes there, and the girl is Suzune. She asks him what he is doing here or did he forget his umbrella, whereas Yuzato says that he forgets his umbrella. She says to him that all the students have to leave soon since they will close the school after now. After that, he says that she is right and he should go home. He takes his leave where she stops him and says to him that if she sends a student home without any umbrella, then it will damage her reputation at the student council. Then Kazuki comes and says that he will lend his umbrella to him. This shocks Yuzato since a famous figure like Kazuki knows the name of nobody like him in the classroom. Suzune asks him if he knows him, and he replies that yes, and he says they are classmates. Yuzato starts thinking that he never had a conversation with him, but he knows his name. Now he thinks that Kazuki is a really nice person. He lends his umbrella to Yuzato, and the three of them start going home together. While Yuzato thinks everyone would be jealous of him since he is going home with the most famous person in the school. On their way home, Yuzato tells Kazuki that he doesn't expect him to be this friendly. He tells him that he always sees him talking to the girls only in the classroom, whereas Kazuki tells him that he talks with them because they always approach him first. Suzune starts teasing him, saying in other words, others don't talk with you, and she laughs. But suddenly, Yuzato says that he even thinks that approaching or talking with Suzune was also impossible for them. Suzune replies that she is only a normal high school student. Why is it hard to approach her? Where Kazuki tells that she is top in school grades and even in sports too. And since she is beautiful also and she stands out everywhere she goes, that's why it's hard to approach her. Seeing them very closer, Yuzato asks them whether they are dating or not. This shocks them and they turn around. And Yuzato says that everyone talks and says this, that's why he asks them this question. Kazuki tells that no, they are not dating. Suzune also says that they spend time together in the student council, so it doesn't mean they are dating. But Yuzato doesn't believe them, and he tells them that they are lying. But they said why would they lie about it? And Suzune also said that he is the first person to ask this in their faces. They start going for theirs home where Suzune asks them whether they have thought about what they will do in the future. Yuzato says he doesn't have decided anything yet, and Kazuki says to Suzune she also has asked him the same question. Where Suzune tells them that is because since she also has not decided what to do in the future. Even though she is president, she still doesn't have a particular plan for her future. Yuzato thinks that even toppers worry about this type of thing. Then suddenly Suzune and Kazuki hear a bell sound and they ask Yuzato whether he also heard the bell sound. But Yuzato tells that he didn't listen to the sound. But suddenly the bell sound increases. They look around everywhere to see where this sound is coming from. Yuzato comes close to them, and suddenly a magic circle appears on their feet, and it starts glowing, thus shocking them. Yuzato says it looks like it's a gate to another world. But Kazuki was worried about what is happening. But Suzune seems to enjoy this, and she asks Yuzato does he think that they will find magic, monsters, and heroes in the other world. This shocks Yuzato, and he thinks that Suzune also likes this kind of stuff. Then the light flashes, and they disappeared. Yuzato hears someone calling his name. When he awakes, he is shocked to see that they have been transferred to another world. He asks Kazuki where are they and what this place is. Kazuki replies that he doesn't know. Yuzato wonders where Suzune is, but when he sees her, he is shocked to find that Suzune is very excited. Then, a man says to them, looks like you all are awake, and introduces himself as the king of this country. Kazuki interrupts him, questioning what has been done to them and why they are here. The king replies that he understands they are confused, but first, they need to listen to what he has to say. He introduces himself as Volgas Linger, the king of Linger Kingdom. Kazuki and Yuzato seem shocked, but on the other side, Suzune is pretty excited to see the real king. Her expression expressing everything she is now thinking. Then the king informs them that they have been summoned as heroes. On the other side, Suzune's excitement level just keeps rising, while Yuzato tells her to stop having fun and not to ruin her image. The king explains that 2 years ago, they were attacked by demons and the Demon King. They invaded their territory, and though they seized their border, the Demon Lord is expanding his army and will attack them anytime. That's why they used a forbidden ritual to summon them to defeat the demon lord. That's why they are known as heroes here. Kazuki says that he doesn't care about being a hero. He just wants to go back to his original world. The king replies that this is not possible since summoning rituals have only one direction, and he can't send them back to their world. He gets angry, taking a step, and all the soldiers get ready to attack them. Then, the king bows down, saying they are the last hope for their kingdom, desperately needing them to save the world. Suzyun is excited and trying to look intellectual in front of the king. She controls her excitement and asks the king why he is trusting them even when he doesn't know anything about them. The king stands and asks his priest, Welsi, to explain. Welsi explains that the summoning circle is designed to detect the best candidates for heroes. She assumed they heard a bell ringing when they were getting summoned, indicating them as heroes. However, Suzyun and Kazuki notice that Yuzato doesn't hear any sound. Yuzato agrees, realizing that he is just dragged here and he is not even a hero. The scene changes. Welsi introduces a magic crystal, which will tell them about their magic abilities. Suzyun is excited, saying that this is the magic crystal. Then the magic crystal is ready to measure their magic and abilities. Welsi tells them to place their hands in the crystal ball, and it will tell them about their attributes. Suzyun touches the ball, and the crystal ball glows golden, indicating that she has thunder magic. Just listening to the thunder words, Suzyun imagines herself in a place where she controls thunder. Next is Kazuki's turn. When he places his hand in the ball, it gives a white light, meaning he has light magic attributes. Suzyun says to Kazuki that he will use this magic as a power laser beam or sword of light. She is very excited, looking totally different from herself in this world. Yuzato tells Suzyun that Kazuki doesn't understand this, and he thinks that Suzyun's perfect image has been shattered in his mind. Now finally, it's time for our main lead, so let's see what magic Yuzato will have. Yuzato places his hand, and the crystal ball glows in green color, shocking Welsi, and she stands there shivering. She grabs Yuzato and runs to inform the king. She comes and tells him that Yuzato's magic color is green. This shocks the king, and he asks if she is telling the truth. The king says with a serious face that they should move Yuzato to the safest place. Then the scene changes, and a lady is coming with the same color as Yuzato's magic color. She enters the king's hall and greets the king. But when she enters, everyone is shivering, saying this is not good. She asks the king how the summoning ritual went, and they tell her that it was successful. She notices Yuzato and asks the king about him. The king says that he is ordinary, and she asks Yuzato his name, and he tells that. She also introduces herself to Yuzato, and she says her name is Rose, and she is the captain of the kingdom rescue team. Seeing her, Yuzato thinks she looks more like she takes lives rather than saving them. She takes her leave, but suddenly Yuzato asks the king why he didn't tell him about his magic power, and what green color magic abilities have. Rose turns and says, "Did he say green?" Welsi uses her magic power and tries to move Yuzato from here, but Rose catches up with Yuzato very easily. She takes Yuzato with her and tells the king that she will make him the best healer. Suzyun and Kazuki hear that he has been taken by Rose, and they are worried about him. Welsi tells them not to worry since she is the captain and a soldier of this country. Here we learn that Yuzato has healing magic, and healing magic is incredibly rare in the kingdom. The scene changes, and Rose introduces Yuzato to the rescue team members. She tells them to treat him nicely. They say yes to her, and their eyes sparkle, shocking Yuzato. They introduce themselves one by one, and their names are Tong, Mil, Alec, Gommel, Gerd. She tells Yuzato that they are not healing magicians but her subordinates. Yuzato asks if there is anyone with healing magic. She replies that there are 2 of them but are not available right now. Then she takes her leave, and the scene changes. Everybody was sleeping, where Yuzato is thinking about what will happen now, and he thinks that everything will be fine. And he sleeps. Rose stares at Sky, and she was thinking about healing magician from another world.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.